the Andy B, your editor-in-chief, with me is Laura Gallaway, our co-director, and our associate editor, Angie Dahl. And we're here at WonderCon, Anaheim, 2019, to give you our impressions, spoiler-free impressions.
Spoiler-free.
No spoilers from us, from the season 6 premiere of Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that was screened right here at WonderCon. And we've all seen it. And behind the camera is our fabulous senior writer, Carolyn Pudding. And I believe Carolyn has questions that you guys probably have too.
Okay, hi everybody, this is Carolyn that you're hearing. So why don't you guys start by telling me about the tone of the project?
So I'll start. The tone was thrilling, kind of action, adventure. We start very much like a lot of the MCU is starting right now, in space, which was a surprise. I think a lot of fans who like the cosmic side of the MCU are going to enjoy this season, but I felt like the pace and the tone never really slowed down. And even though, as we'll get into it, the team has suffered great losses with the loss of Fitz, the loss of Coulson, they seem to be in a good place for the most part. They seem to be adjusting to the new dynamic. The season does pick up a year after the events of
that we can say.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of the grieving that has happened, it happened off screen. We're kind of picking up with them in a new place, in a positive place. I think even Yo-Yo stood out to me the most as being just more excited to be on the team than she was last season. She's not dealing with kind of the prophecy. So yeah, it felt exciting. It felt more upbeat, I think. And the cast seemed like, they seemed rejuvenated to be back filming, which came through.
So,
You want to take it? Or are we going to go 1, 2, 3?
do 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Do 1, 2, 3.
Okay, yeah, for me, because S.H.I.E.L.D. has been going through so many different tones each season, which is why the show, it feels always so refreshing each season. And in this, I felt that, we're 1 year later, so it's a lot of different tones all at the same time, and somehow because the writers are beautifully and magnificent at what they do, it all meshes well together as one tone. And it's very much kind of like, it feels like a long aftermath. Everyone is emotionally at different places, because that's what's realistic. That not everyone is going to process things differently, because if you saw the season 5 finale, we lost Coulson. And it feels that they're up in the sci-fi angle a lot, and without giving too much spoilers, but they're upping it. I mean, each season they're doing something new with the science fiction or the fantastical of it all. So I think if the season 6 premiere is an indicator, we're gonna get deeper into different sides of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, and even though there's the time jump of a year later, we already had existing high stakes at the end of last season, and those stakes are still there. They're still looking for Fitz. They're still dealing with the aftermath of losing Coulson, and a year later it's still all affecting them, and some have moved on more so than others, as Lauren pointed out. And one character that I was really fascinated by in all of that was Gemma. So watch out for her in that first episode, because she's doing some things that may be a little bit more out of character than what you would expect from her.
Yeah, she's having the hardest time moving on.
Interesting.
Yeah, and people who watch our interviews with her will see that she hinted at there's a different strength to her this season.
Yeah.
And she's been one of the most fascinating characters across the whole series, because she and Fitz started out as the whiz kids, the tech kids and whatnot. And look where they are. I mean, there's new sides to Gemma that I think the fans are going to be very excited for.
What do you guys have any other impressions for any other characters? Any other impressions for the scene? Like, what were your initial emotional reactions?
I had an emotional reaction to Quake's new suit because I love Daisy Johnson, and I think watching her looks always change from season to season has been so fun. So her newest look is pretty great. I believe I read that they kind of took inspiration from her Marvel Rising look.
Yeah.
And I really like that cartoon too, so I was just very excited to see that.
For me, one of the impressions I got from one of the characters is Mac, who is emotionally, he's always very strong, and he still is. But we see a vulnerable side to him in the premiere that I was thankful for, because for me, men can be portrayed very differently in terms of how to be strong. Some that I felt is very outdated, and with Mag, I felt we got a very realistic approach to because he's the director of Shield now, and there's a very, very important scene that I think a lot of fans are gonna remember as well. You're gonna know what I'm referencing when you see the premiere, where you get a perfect image of where he is at mentally with all it, even though it's been 1 year later. And I appreciate that because you can be strong without having to be hard. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about speculation. If you guys in one sentence or less, I want you to speculate on where you think the season will go.
Outside of my one sentence, I think it's interesting that we have like two teams. We have a very cosmic team who's on a mission, and then a very grounded team on Earth. And so I'm just going to make my sentence about the cosmic team. I think the team who is on the cosmic adventure is going to be more connected to the greater MCU than we've seen on S.H.I.E.L.D. since Hydra. That is my theory, because they're in space. We might get some Kree, we might get some Guardians.
The Scroll.
That's my theory.
I can then think on the grounded team, which I think they're gonna deal with something multiversal.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still thinking of mine. Coulson ramifications.
We're gonna play a quick game.
Okay.
The game is word association. I'm going to say a word, and we're going to go from Lauren, our illustrious co-director, to Andy, to Angie. And I'm going to say a word that relates to the episode, and you guys are going to give me your first response about that word. First thing that pops into your head, no hesitation if you can help it. Are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Coulson.
Betrayal.
Tissues.
Dark.
Gemma.
Jaded.
Inspirational.
Dark.
Shield.
New.
Rising.
Family.
Space.
Time Stone.
Final frontier.
Yes.
These are the adventures of the Quinjet in space.
And finally, Marvel.
Marvel. Hopeful.
May 10th.
Future.
Perfect.